Hello everyone, this is Meher Sombul. I am marriage and family therapist intern. I'm so delighted to be with you today to talk about one of the very important topics that it can affect our lives in general. The topic of today about the impact of anger on marriage and family relationships. Anger, like a coin, has two sides. Either can be very positive or can be very negative. If it's positive, it will lead to great achievements. But our topic today about the negative side, because this negative side can have a very devastating impact. And we will name this kind of impacts that to understand how can just being angry can impact all of that. Number one, it's impacting the emotional relation between us. There is no emotion, there is no love can grow while people getting angry together. It can never happen like that. Love needs compassion, needs the feeling of humanity, needs to feel each other. But if we're getting yelling and angry together, love will never grow. Actually, on the opposite way, love will be decreased a lot. So emotionally, anger will impact the emotional relation. Number two, it will impact our psychological relation because psychologically, I will not be able to have a healthy psychological life with a person that he is angry all the time with me. And being me as an angry person, psychologically, I can grow healthy wise because I have lots of trust issues. How can I trust a person that he or she all the time yelling to me, screaming to me, having facial expression hard one? I will not be able to interact or to feel trust or to feel respect. Actually, it's life of distress. I'm feeling all the time stressed out. Because if I do a little of problem, I understand there will be a wave of anger coming to me, feeling insecure. And accordingly, it will lead to the third impact. It's impacting our physiological part. Physically, we can be affected. There's a lot of sickness can come out of anger. High blood pressure, diabetics, heart problems. There's a lot of issues can just come out of being angry or being affected by people anger on our face all the time. And we can't react toward that. Keeping this feeling of we are not able to express our rejection about this kind of attitude on our face can lead us to have this again kind of high blood pressures and heart problems and strokes, many problems that we don't need to go there. And the last impact, it can be very devastating to the kids. Kids growing in a house that the anger is the main thing going on all the time. They're seeing their father and mother all the way getting angry together, arguing all the time, yelling to each other, and hopefully not reaching up to using the physical interaction. And we can understand that there are many and many domestic violence now going on between within the family because anger, as simple as that. The people inside that house, whether the man and the wife and the kids, they couldn't hold themselves from expressing their anger with the right way. They expressed their anger with the wrong way, and it will lead to such kind of domestic violence. This is the impact of anger. It can lead to a long term of problems that we don't need it, that we don't even can be ready for it. But just simple, we didn't deal with that anger from the beginning. We will get the consequence of that after we are just not taking an action about it. So there are some patterns of this anger could be like a warning signs. If we would take care about it, it will help us not to escalate on this kind of behavior that we don't need it within our relationship. Number one, as a pattern, that it will become like a frequent way of when we are getting in a conflict, we're getting angry. When there is a problem, we're getting angry. We're acting with the anger way, with aggressive way. When we see there is a frequency coming ongoing all the way, we need to stop. As well, when we see there is intensity in our way of talking, when we take things so deep, when we are not having this kind of mercy on our communication together, when getting so hard on each other, this is another sign. And as well, if it's coming to be a long time that we are spending now days and days on this kind of fighting, this kind of arguing, this kind of talking with inappropriate way together, yelling all the time, this long time, it's a sign. If there kind of aggression in our communication, verbally or physically, this is a huge, clear sign. So these warning signs, we need to be careful and observing them. If we start to see that from the beginning, it's better earlier than later to start to help yourself into handling that. And if you couldn't help yourself, if you couldn't be able to talk together in order to make an end for this pattern, you need to get the help from external factor, external resource. This is serious, because if it's going to escalate, it can reach up to destroy the relation or make it like a very flat relation. People getting estranged from each other. It will not be a relation anymore. It's just people living in the same place, and that's it. Just talking together, and that's it. So it's very important to watch out these signs in order to stop the pattern of escalating into the anger part. Again, the frequency, the intensity, the duration of it, and the aggression. This is the pattern. So how we can help ourselves from not escalating our arguments, from not getting angry when there is a conflict, when getting irritated or disappointed or annoyed by a situation. Number one, when we start to get in argument together, we need to watch our anger level. If we start to get irritated quickly, and there is a very simple sign, you can feel yourself getting much more hot, you feel that your heart getting much more racing, the beats of your heart getting much more higher, you will understand now you're escalating your anger. At that moment, it's important to make a stop and to take a time out, few minutes, few hours, even to talk later, but it will not end with the good way if we continue talking with that kind of argumentative way, because actually it will escalate and it will lead to much more problems. And number two, when we are in a conflict, we need to understand the conflict about the problem and not the conflict about the person. So if we are arguing about anything, we are not having any kind of agreement together, we need to understand the problem is that thing. We can't see the problem, the person. We don't take it like it's a challenge. We don't personalize the problem. We don't see that our challenge, not to solve this problem, our challenge is how to beat that person. We need to get ourselves away from this way of thinking, because it's leading to the anger. When I feel that I'm in a competition and I need to win. So my argument, not about this issue anymore, my argument about my dignity, my argument about I need to win, my argument coming from I will not end my talk while I'm a loser. And accordingly, the anger will escalate to the higher level, because we're not giving a chance to think with the right way. It's only about me. And accordingly, when we need to communicate together with the way that we need to represent and express our feelings, our thoughts, our opinions, we need to be more assertive. We don't need to be aggressive to assure the person in front of me that we are serious. Like when a father required to express his opinion to his kids, in order to show them that I'm the father, I am the one with the authority, so I'll be the father with a very aggressive expressions on my face and with a higher tone of voice, and tell them, hey, this is the rules of the house. No, you need to be assertive, you need to be clear and firm, and you need to be confident. This is the way that you can transfer indirectly that you are serious. When you are confident, when you're clear, specific in your words and your requirements, in your opinion, you are very specific, and your voice not high, not low. It's very normal tone of voice with a great eye contact. The number 4 on how to handle the conflicts. We need to understand that we are not alone. When there is a conflict, it means that I have a conflict with someone. So I'm not alone. I can't just think about myself only. I can't just think about my thoughts and I will see the problem from my point of view only. I need to give the other person the time to speak and to express his feelings and his thoughts, or her way of how she is handling that, or how she is thinking about that, and what's her vision about this. I need to listen effectively, carefully, not just listening in order that to prepare what will be my answer. Again, getting to the point too that I need to defeat that person. No, I understand there is a conflict between me and the other person. I care about the other person, and I should care about the other person because we are in a relation. We're couples, we are married people, we are family. We have to care about each other. And when we speak about each other, that means I'm not alone. I need to give this opportunity to people to talk and express their thoughts. And number 6, we need to respond, not react. And there is a huge difference between both of them, because reaction is a matter of impulsive way, impulsive reaction. I heard something, I automatically react. I felt I'm irritated, I felt that I'm not respected, I'm automatically, without any second, giving my answer, giving my way of reaction. Whether yelling or saying some hard words or make a physical reaction or getting nervous, that's a reaction. Responding is different. Responding is about that I hear the same thing, but I give myself few seconds to think. And then I will give my response. Because at that time, my response will come from my thoughts, not from my feelings. And the huge difference between both of them. If it's coming from my feelings, it's according to what my feelings telling me. If I'm feeling irritated, so my reaction will be irritated. If I'm feeling that I'm not respecting my reaction, that I'm not respected. But if I'm putting the thoughts in my response, even if I'm feeling I'm irritating, I understand what will be the consequence of my response. Because sometimes I can't just react and then I will regret, and that's many times happening. That after a while, when we got just calm, I'll say, what I had said, what I had did, what I did. That's not logic, what I did. Well, that's because I just impulsively react. If you thought, you will respond, at least with much more easy way, not reacting impulsively. And number 6, you need to be positive, which means that even the situation, it looks like there's a lot of negativities, we need to not select only the negative things. We need to think that any problem whatsoever, with a way or another, can find a solution. If we are serious on keeping this relation with the right way, we need to be positive that there will be a solution. We turn our minds from it's impossible to I am possible. I will make the change. I will be more positive. I will be optimistic. I can't see things negative. If I will see things negative, I will get negative results. That's it. But if I'm looking to have serious, long term of positive results, I need to think and react and live positive. The last thing in how to overcome the problems from escalating into the higher level and getting angry and getting aggressively into a relation, I need to use the I statement. And we heard that a lot in many situations. What's meant by I statement? It's simply when you are responding to someone or talking to someone, start your word by say I. So if you're feeling irritated, If you are going to the person telling, you are irritating me, your way is all the time frustrating me, you will never be changed. When I start my words with you, you're putting the person in front of you into the defending mood. So all the time the person will defend himself or herself, and accordingly they will confront you or they will attack you. It will become again the battlefield. But if I will start with I feel, I think, it will make the things different. The person in front of you will recognize that it's about you. You're expressing yourself. You're not coming to attack him or attack her. You are just expressing yourself. And it will be much easier to the person to take it like that. So, very simply to wrap it up, okay, the impact of anger on relation, we understand that it can impact on emotional part, it can impact psychologically, physically, and it can have a great impact negatively on the kids. We know that there is signs, warning signs. When we see this pattern growing, we need to stop and to take an action. When we see that there is frequency, when we see that it's coming to be more intense, when we see that the duration of anger getting more longer and there is aggression, we need to make a stop. And the 7 steps, we need to take care about them while we're trying to overcome getting in more higher aggressive way handling our conflicts. We need, number 1, whenever feeling angry, time out. We need to understand that we're dealing with the problem, not we have a personalized problem with the person. We need to be more assertive. We need to understand that it's not all about us. It is a relation. It's dual thing. I'm not alone. I need to understand that I need to react, not respond. I need to be more positive, and I need to use the I statement. I hope this video wrap it up for you about the impact of anger on relation and how we can overcome that. I hope that was helpful for you, making sense, and please, in your comments, in your responding, give me your feeling, give me your opinion, talk and express your thoughts and your comments. I will be more than delighted to reply to all of you and to interact whenever you like to talk more and express more about things might be happening. And definitely you will find on my page, on my web page, you'll find my contacts. You can contact me, you can email me with anything, and I will be able to reply about anything in relation, in marriage, in anger. So it will be my pleasure to be with the help for you, and I hope to be that person. And I will see you in another video and in another topic. Have a wonderful time.